Hello everyone, welcome to,
You've grown.
I'm grown, I'm bigger. Welcome to the 23rd episode of The Weave. We have George back, but we lost Joaquin, so we have Niall.
Very good trade.
Keth is no longer here, and Niall is without book, and our streaming setup is also broken, so it's a bit weird now. Anyway, so let's see what happened last session, because you didn't watch the episode, no, Niall? So you don't know what happened.
I'm not a fan of the show.
You're not a fan of the show. It's because you're not in there.
It's not a show without Niall.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, so let's see. Recap. I have my recap here. So the party. I don't know why I say that. The party, after sneaking into the second floor of the Castellantis villa and opening the door to the master's bedroom, readies itself to strike. Niall casts silence, staying behind, as Keth, Silas and Arion move in, with Genhorn ready to strike as a constrictor snake, ready to grapple Lord Vittorio around, presumably around the bed. However, they realize the person sleeping in the master bedroom is actually a decoy. Tun, tun, tun. They retreat, taking with them a golden lockbox Genhorn found underneath the bed, and decide to go into Amalia's studio, sparing the decoy's life. There they are confronted by what appears to be Lady Amalia, soon revealed to be actually Crowell, the doppelganger butler, particularly because Silas walks in as
I was dressed as Crowell, and I looked in, and then he was dressed as Amalia, and he saw through my disguise.
Yeah, it's quite funny. He briefly explains the Castellantis are willing to concede defeat, having vastly underestimated the resolve and ruthlessness of the party. And this is very true, that there was no lie there. He offers them the Eye of the Stone, explaining the Castellantis, not willing to risk the lives of their children, have left the city to one of their out-of-city states. In exchange for this, they must leave immediately and leave the Castellantis and the family alone. The party isn't entirely willing to walk away without finishing the job of cleansing the villa of the fruit of their hubris and destroying Osvaldo.
Made a vow.
Yeah. Crowell teleports away at that point when he realizes things might heat up momentarily, gathering all the guards and ready to attack the party if they don't leave. So the party is, this is all for your benefit now, the party is essentially stuck. The rest of the house is stuck with the party, on the second floor, in Amalia's studio, there is a chain devil on a beyond a trapdoor on top of you, which Arion is trying to get to, and then the guards are kind of surrounding the house and extorting everyone to leave. So at that point, Arion manages to actually open a way through to where Osvaldo is chained up, provoking him and causing him to go into a bit of a rampage after destroying his chains. Along with Genhorn dropping a fireball on the masked archers down in the grounds, this triggers a chaotic situation in which the party find themselves fleeing after setting Osvaldo free and the whole second floor on fire.
We threw alchemist fire on their bed, and
Yeah.
their room's set on fire.
As they run, the sea fire mages making their way there, and the distant sounds of guards, the villa guards, dying to the nightmarish power of the chain devil now unleashed. But you don't know exactly what went down, because run through the sewers, and after detours and a long time, you made your way back to the manor. And back there, the party discussed what to do with the situation, as they now have yet another powerful enemy that know where they live, and has probably is very much, based on what Crowell said, not happy about essentially forcing Osvaldo to die, presumably at the hands of the city forces, setting the whole second floor on fire, killing a bunch of their guards, stealing some shit. So yeah, you didn't, let's say that according to their vision, you might have not upheld your end of the deal, which is leaving them alone. So, of course, this causes you to fear for the children's life and the other people that you have under your care. So you decide to send the kids along with Sophia to hide with Maya's gang down in the Dotwart. Elgan says he's gonna go stay with his halfling girlfriend Olga and come back to the manor to work during the day. He also tells them about the rat people involved in some bootleg brewery business and contact them for protection and business opportunities. So he'll sort himself out as long as he can come back and work during the day. Then you receive a visit from J.B. Nevercott, giving you Genholm's green cape and a shift-weave garment with several configurations. Also, on behalf of Captain Saul, he relays an invitation to a meeting aboard the Eyecatcher with the captain himself. And as a token of good faith, he gives them a robe of useful items that Captain Saul sent with Nevercott.
A robe of useful items.
It's basically got patches on with different items, and you pull it off the item, and it becomes real.
Yeah, I want a ladder.
But it's like a one-time use little thing.
Got a
So.
rowboat on the back.
A robot.
A rowboat.
Oh, robot! Yeah.
I even said it less like Lucas says robot.
Okay, so it's the way I say it is robot. Bot is a bot, or rowboat, which is the boat, right? That's the differentiation, right?
Rowboat.
Rowboat.
Call it a rowing boat, and then it's more clear.
Robot. Okay.
But it doesn't
Anyway.
What does it?
Silas, after activating the Castellantis book with his blood, briefly examines it. Fearing out, it describes some kind of ritual, but you are unsure exactly of its nature.
Yeah.
The next morning,
With my blood.
who kept the book, by the way?
I activated it with my blood, but he was the only one that could read it, so I gave it.
yeah,
to him.
Yeah, you are the only one who could read it, but...
So you have it, because that's...
No, I didn't keep it. I didn't keep it.
So they stole a lockbox, golden lockbox, and a book from the Castellantis villa.
Oh, so
for
that
free.
I've got it then.
Well, they got a track record of losing books. So.
Also, yeah. The next morning, Genholm goes and picks up his shield, and then they all go to see Mr. Trench. Trench shares with them information about how to activate the amulets to go through the force barrier at Collect Towers with some rune manipulation. He also explains there must be other ways in, such as teleportation circles. And he says he saw 6 or 7 different people, including the halfling monks that work for Halum, going in and out. But more people coming out than going in, so presumably there are other ways to go in through the teleportation circles. They invite him, and the party invites him to the audience with Captain Zord in exchange for credit with him for future help. You have some credit with Trench now. But before you leave, you all go back to the manor and huddle around the lockbox, with Silas giving it another shot to open it. He manages, by poison trap triggers inside, quickly filling the area, severely damaging Keth, giving him like a bad kidney or something.
Yeah.
And you were lucky that you had sent everyone else away, because everyone would be dead with the amount of damage that trap did. It was like 40 average damage. All the kids, dog, and no one would be alive. So inside, they find a cloak that Silas immediately claims, which has some kind of animal hide and some kind of red gem. When they're making your way to the dock, Silas realizes he's becoming attuned to the cloak almost automatically, and he activates it, transforming it into a hellhound. And he goes haywire, going after a cat with Panthorn and Arion, so again known as Panther, running after him. Eventually, after devouring the cat, Silas manages to regain control and turn back.
But we don't know that it was the cape that did that.
So you had no control in Hellhound State?
I don't think so. You described it as...
You kind of were on a fit of rage trying to feed yourself, and then immediately after you ate the cat, you were kind of like, okay, so it essentially works like the polymorph spell. So you have the mental stats of the thing, which is not too bad, intelligence 6 or so, but you still know who you are.
But I'd said it wasn't the cape that did it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you say it was all the blood you've been absorbing.
Yeah.
Although the cape looks like the dog.
We don't know that. The dog's not got hair, has it? Has it?
It has kind of like a hide. It's kind of like it's like a pig. You know, a pig hide that has like super coarse and short hair,
Oh, gross.
as opposed
Pig hair.
to like flowy Labrador hair.
How's it good or?
It's pretty nuts. I think it did fire damage when I bit a cat. It like eviscerated it.
Yeah.
Killed a cat in one go.
Yeah.
That was impressive. Okay. At the pier, they meet Mr. Trench and go on board one of the ships. Once aboard, Mr. Trench says he actually has to attend some business back in the city, and he rather leaves. Has second thoughts apparently about this meeting.
But we insight that, and he was well shifty and said he was a vampire and left. Wasn't he like,
No.
I can't go on the water because I'm a vampire. And then
A vampire.
yeah, landpire.
So the party, using a rowboat, are led to the eye catcher and finally to Captain Saul's chambers. There, they meet the flamboyant captain of the
Trench.
Sea Maiden's Fair.
They meet Captain
Surprise.
Trench.
Yeah. And after talking about current events, he offers them a partnership. He'll help them get the gold back. The party can keep half of it, so 250k. He'll give the other half back to the city. Keth can act as a liaison based on his previous run-ins with the people apparently Captain Saul has or is working for. He also gives them a nice gift in the form of a griffin figurine of wondrous power, and he says that he can help with many things, and your chances of success are much, much higher if you ally yourselves with him. He has intelligence, modes of entering to the lairs, blueprints of the Kolat towers, information regarding what they need to access the inner sanctum of Manshun, which is like an extra dimensional in sanctum. It's not within the physical towers, but connected to the physical towers inside there somewhere. He controls the teleportation circle linked to the towers that is actually a yellow spire, and you very graciously cleared out for him to control now. He has a spy in the Sanatar's lair. He can get people to Skolpo totally undetected, like several people. He has manpower and resources, aiding in any raids, the nimble right and groups of quick strike squads.
This is just shit he said.
He said all the crap, all the ways he can essentially enable you. He can disrupt enemies' operations in subtle ways. There was mention of the press, and you start seeing a pattern in all these press releases, one of which you actually help with, that are generating chaos in the city. Like, for instance, who leaked the fact of the 500k dragons that essentially started the riots, and the Casalanto has been ousted as devil worshippers and whatnot, and you can definitely see the chaos sowing hand there, essentially creating opportunity for small teams like yourselves to affect the game table. And he also agrees to give the dragon that lives in the water his crystal back once you've succeeded in the mission. And as that, you left, you came back, you kept discussing what to do about it. There was some agreement in principle, but you are yet to decide what to do about this information that you now have. So,
basically been holding all the magical items at this point in time.
what do you guys?
So Genhorn didn't threaten his captain immediately, saying, "Give me all the things now."
No, I drank all his booze
Or
and nearly
that's
got-
it.
He sort of did, didn't he?
Threatened with it to get the dragon crystal back.
Did I?
Yeah. Like, otherwise we wouldn't be getting that back.
Okay. But I was drunk, so.
So is that where it ended?
Yes, well, there was a weird bit back and forth at the end whether to go immediately. This is about 2 p.m. afternoon. Whether to immediately go and kick some, start a fight, because everyone wanted to fight before Keth left, but that was a bit more of a meta discussion.
Yeah, I
Ninjas.
wasn't sure if that was a real discussion or if that was a meta discussion. In my head,
It was a meta discussion.
Yeah, it
with,
was
Yeah, did we
very
even
messy
make it
discussion.
home? I thought we left the boat and then we were like, right, where should we
Yeah,
go?
we-
And then
We basically got home and then we were having a very kind of meta discussion just to kind of like, should we just try and push it forward so that Kath can kind of kill someone and
Die.
go or die, whichever, you know.
also because everyone had essentially hyped themselves up for action
Yeah, at the
beginning,
start, and there was like,
and then
yeah.
there wasn't. Well, in the traditional sense, there wasn't.
Yeah.
Set a whole house on fire.
And then
yeah, but we thought we were going to fight a wizard.
Sounds like a classical
Gas.
case of winging it.
I mean, I went to kill the whole army, but they wouldn't let me, so.
Yeah, I stopped him throwing a fireball at the entirety of the house guard.
So,
But then you were just stuck with it in your hand, like,
So I
well, I gotta go.
I killed 2 of them.
Try and put it back on.
Guys.
Black Antlers. What do you do? Black Antlers is not the name you kind of have.
I mean, that's what I've been throwing around.
Right, what? Fireballs with what?
Fireball necklace, yeah.
Where did that come from?
Millie gave
Millie
it back.
gave it to us.
Remember it arrived in the post that time? And you were like,
Send a courier because they tried to send it first with the bird.
Did it come in the post?
yeah.
In the session that I was in, I can't remember. Can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, you were there.
Oh.
And basically, as Genhorn, I've just been hoarding all the magical items, so.
I know I do remember. I remember you had it, yeah.
I've now got, we've got a griffin, we've got a statue that can create a griffin for 6 hours.
It can
And-
create the griffin.
It, like,
It
summons,
turns into the griffin.
summons a griffin for 6 hours, and then after that, it takes 5 days to recharge. And I've got a 1-use ruby that if we smash it, it'll summon a fire elemental.
Is it a
on our
griffin
side.
that's just so happens to be bigger than the normal griffin?
That's a regular griffin.
Damn it.
You can't give it to
Rock.
Percy Inkle. or whatever his name's.
Rock.
Who has?
Rock.
So I know that Keth initially wore it, but who's gonna be wearing the robe of useful items? I want to know who's keeping. Who's keeping?
I
me all
had
the
the
magical
shift
items.
weave.
It's not acquiring
That
any
doesn't make
items.
sense.
No.
Is it a
I've
robe or
lost
is it
a
like a
habit.
trench coat?
Well, no, the shift changes
No,
into.
no, the useful items thing.
Oh, it's more like a robe.
Ah, lame. It was
You
a
got your
trench
badge,
coat.
though. And you've got a horse. We gave you the horse.
This isn't new.
Actually.
You got the horse.
Let me
Remember
see what
that?
it looks like.
Remember when you got a whole
I might
horse?
have to go
Remember
ride
you
the
got the
horse.
plate mail plus 1 hour?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go take the horse for a spin to feel better about acquiring anything else.
It's
but-
it's
by the way-
actually kind of like a cloak. It's kind of like a cloak that you can wear around and a clasp.
I've already got a cloak.
Oh mate, that's gross. No, I won't wear
I
that.
got mine.
Yeah.
I'll keep it on pocket.
It looks
It looks like something Genhorn will wear though.
No,
No,
I
he's
got,
just got a nice green
yeah, I
cloak.
got an asking cloak. So.
You can have it.
I can't. There's no chat on there by the way. So can't see what fans are saying about.
That's because you're
Oh,
on.
Miss you, Niall.
You probably need to open
You
it.
need
I
to
don't know how
look
to open your
at
chart
Chrome
because
instead
it's a new installation.
Whatever.
I feel like I can watch it and then re-comment on it. It's weird how you can do that.
So yeah, well, anyway, so you went back to the manor, and that's as you were discussing what to do. Let's say it's like 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I don't know. It's starting to get dark.
Fuck you laughing at?
Well,
I'm sorry. Last night, someone it was trying to. You know when someone like leaves their phone on the desk, you can like obviously like you still use a camera. So I was trying to like I could take like a slow mo thing of someone like it was weird. But anyway, someone like took a picture of me. Anyway, I'll show you later.
Fucking hell!
what a great story!
That was nothing. You offered nothing.
For the rest of the session, you have -1 charisma.
That's the worst story interrupters I've ever
I just
seen.
realised we're on a stream and I probably shouldn't say some of the things, so I'll tell you in the break.
This is exactly what you do on a stream to all your fans. You start a story, you don't finish. You know what? Fuck it, and then move on.
I'll tell you on the break. Get them hooked.
I'll tell you after the break later on.
Okay.
There's the decoy.
It's a decoy.
There'll be far too much anticipation.
Sorry.
It'll be
Dun,
shit.
dun, dun.
Sorry. Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
you made your way back to the manor, and Keth says that he retired to his room to meditate about the possibility of getting to meet his old mentor, and leaves the robe there on the
And all his
table.
money. He pulls all his money out. We'll take this.
You can come and talk to me if you need me to go there.
It's not doing the accent. That was Keth, right?
Oh, right.
Oh, was that
Oh, it's
Kev?
I
got
you
it.
just
I got
it. I was like, go where?
What else could it be?
What are you thinking of leaving then?
Sorry?
You thinking of leaving?
Don't know. I need to think.
Doesn't seem like a good life for you, out on a boat, considering you can't swim.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't be happy there.
Well then, don't go. And
Oh, no.
Joe walks in.
And no, I mean, if you want me to contact Mr. Zord, so you can get all this stuff he promised, I'll be your contact.
Also, maybe don't sleep. Ever. Fear you'll never
I'll
wake
keep an
up.
eye on your cousin. Worry not about him.
That's a little bit creepy.
I'm talking about protection. We still don't know if we're gonna get attacked here.
I guess the good thing about I don't trust him. As I say, I don't know what this guy's angle is at all. He's given us everything we need to succeed, and it doesn't seem like he's getting a whole lot out of it.
Well, he's getting all the power.
No, he's not though, is he? He's not a Luskanite, and he's giving it to them.
Well, but he's got some. I mean, if someone's in power and they like him, they'll give him some.
Yeah, he's getting powerful allies,
favors,
but
some special favors.
looks like he's already got a lot of powerful allies to have what he's got.
I still can't believe that you can walk around with only 4 toes on that foot. I mean, that's pretty.
DM, can I get a DM check on something?
Yeah.
How many toes do I have?
5.
Just 5.
He lost another
4 toes on 1 foot, 1 on the other.
Okay, you got 10. You got all 5 on 1 foot. You were checking the first foot. Do you want to check the second foot?
Yes?
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, you have 10 toes.
No comment. So,
Well, if we're gonna hit this messaging post, then do you want to do some recon?
planning.
I mean,
Well-
I'm happy to just wait it out and go for it. That's what you seem to want to do. I mean, no amount of planning is going to really seems to help at this point.
Should we just plan the first step?
Yeah. We wait till if we go to sleep early now. We wake up early in the morning. We go down there, and we just basically steal the ring.
I got one of their robes that we took off the people from the towers that time. But the only thing is, we don't know that the people in this post are going to be wearing those robes. So if I walk in wearing one of them, I'm going to look more out of place than anything.
Well, with the robes that the people in that tower are wearing, do they look similar to the people that we chased going into the other towers?
Yeah, they will be similar. I mean, they don't wear uniform. Oh, we
Yeah.
are these bodies. We all look the same. but yeah, the kind of the wizard inclination type of robes. I mean, and keep in mind that the ones you chase were wearing like the heavy stuff because of winter.
Yeah.
And the vision. What was exactly was the vision Millie had?
What?
No, of the house.
It was, you were reading the guy's mind, weren't you?
Oh,
yeah.
reading guy's mind. So Millie with what they would share is it was all blurry because it's essentially a memory that they were reading, so it isn't exactly like scrying, but yeah, just winter robes.
Averine runs Zent safe house in Brindle Alley, is what we got from there. Yeah. I mean,
What time is it now?
that. What do you reckon? Rest up and then hit them at the night time? I mean, I don't know how much of this sort of thing you've done prior to this, so.
This is good a time as any. I would say if we plan to do reconnaissance, either we do it moments before or it's going to take a number of days. Going today and returning tomorrow is not giving us much information.
Yeah, I think everyone's on a bit of a kind of like
uneven foot at the moment, so it's probably a good time to strike. No one's really sure what's going on.
What if we go back to the dragon,
Right?
create some more chaos, give him some more intel
What intel?
that he's not getting his crystal back because this guy's got it
But we're gonna get it back though.
afterwards.
Yeah,
But we also want to.
As I understand, he knows where the crystal is.
yeah. I mean,
Too weak to fight.
as long as like your boys and the Greyhounds aren't gonna go and start annoying him for the next few days, we're gonna be fine. The faster we get the whole dragons back and get that sorted and get Zorg sorted.
So we're saying we're aligning with Zorg.
Well, I mean, we need to align with someone at this point because we need some sort of help. You clearly can't provide us the manpower we need.
I didn't like him.
Was he the guy that wears like not much clothes?
Is it because
red?
is it
Far
'cause-
too informal.
is it because his moustache was better than yours? I mean, I thought yours was better, but I think you might have thought his was better. That's all. The way you were staring at it.
It's the only thing he was wearing.
Look, I mean, for me, this is all going to be about the payoff. Otherwise, there's no point doing it. He's the only person that's offered us a reasonable sum, and the rest is going back to the city, which kind of appeases you and must appease you to some extent as well.
So the state of the place doesn't matter as long as you've got your payoff.
Well, I'd.
Look, now the longer this goes on, all the chaos outside, the more people are going to get hurt.
We know who's created most of the chaos.
The faster that we get this done, the better for everyone.
What's done mean?
Well, the money back, and then stuff will calm down a bit.
Will it?
Well, hopefully.
You're opening a can of worms.
I think that can's strewn across the floor at this point in time.
Well, you can buy a lot more cans when you have lots of gold.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Get the gold, spend it on cans, eat like kings.
We don't have all the gold.
Who gets the worms? Do I get the worms?
You can have the worms.
Good for the garden.
Right.
Right, now back to the conversation before about what we're actually doing. I think, yeah, if we can have a bit of a nap, go down, have a look round, and then maybe just break in and steal the ring. We could probably do it really sneaky.
Isn't our teleportation ring is in like a teleportation circle?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I thought it was a ring, like.
So what what Captain Zord said is that the amulets presumably work to go through the well, actually, Trench confirmed to go through the force field, and presumably, this is what Captain Zord believes, through the teleportation circles, like the one in Yellow Spire, all the way to inside the Collar Towers. And then there's another special teleportation circle, according to what Captain Zord has gathered, that requires special teleportation ring. So it's like second keys.
So it's natural. Yeah, it's natural.
Yeah,
Ring.
it's a natural ring. So it's like you have the key to the main thing, and then there's another like more secret thing, the inner sanctum, and that requires a different key, and only lieutenants have that key. And he mentioned 2 lieutenants.
Sidra Roman and Manfred Cherry.
yeah. Sidra or Sidra, I don't know, it's with an I.
Yeah.
Sidra
Manfred.
and Manafort Cherry Port.
Yeah, and we don't know where the other guy is. We don't know where Sidra is.
And she's
Well, we
apparently
have an idea where she might be anyway.
Kalashite fighter.
Yeah, she's a Kalashite fighter, and the other guy is a halfling, apparently a halfling mage.
What if we go down to that place that you went a while back? Do you remember?
The place opposite the purple guy shop.
Yeah, there was a Kalashite in there, wasn't there? Maybe they might know each other.
I mean, I think that was you guys, but maybe I was there. I don't remember.
Oh no, were you with me? We went to
Yeah.
see the kid and you gave him all that money. It was you were the only person that was there because you were a different person
I
at the
just
time.
have no idea what you're talking about.
That's, you know, the place with the massages.
My
and the
notebook's
music.
missing.
The only problem is as well, I mean, we can go start talking to people, but I get the impression the more people we talk to, the more people talk to other people about us, and then
Yeah,
people
it's
know our
true.
intentions.
I mean, we know they're a fighter, so We know they're going to be somewhat adept at combat, but you've proven yourself to be more than capable toe to toe, so...
Yeah, we can probably take them quick.
Look, how about we gather our stuff and we go head down closer to this part of town that it's in, rent a room for a couple of nights, post up there. We don't want to be caught resting here just to be ambushed in the night, so
Alright.
how about we spend this time to smartly relocate ourselves, have a little bit of a rest when we're there, and then head out in the night and see what we can do.
Yeah?
Because as much as work started here and we're turning it around day by day, it's going to be too much of a... You've already been stabbed once when you were doing your morning exercises, and things have only got worse since then, so I think it's time we looked at moving on for a couple of days.
I mean, I could ask the black stuff if she has another house. Somewhere.
Yeah, but we know that the black stuff have been infiltrated. You said it yourself, they've got bloody brain rot or something.
No, but the black stuff.
The less
How do
people
we
that
know?
know where we are, the better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How do we know it's not her?
It's not.
Why
Are we
is it her?
silly?
But you've told her a lot of information. People have been one step ahead of us all the time. Stands to reason that she might be a mole.
No.
So when we're travelling, should we try and maybe use the sewers or something to get there? Just to, I don't know.
Oh, I think we should be fine on the streets.
Alright.
Well, I guess we could leave the house now via the sewers, because that way we know the people have... You saw someone, didn't you? You said posted up, probably the same person that spoke to me.
On the rooftops?
Yeah, at night.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be watched wherever we go. But I think it's as long as... I don't think we'll escape them.
Maybe it's best if we leave here now via the sewers and then come out.
I mean, do you have any places you know we can stay where aren't that public that would be...
I've got an attic. The rent on it's probably just about coming up, actually. I paid for 2 weeks before this... Sorry, 10 days before this whole thing started, so... might be able to all cram in there.
But also if people might know that that's where you could be potentially going.
I didn't leave much of a trace beforehand, before I stayed here. It's rare people would look for me there. People would come to me for the bowels, if anywhere.
Alright.
But if
I
not,
mean-
we could just rent a room in any tavern.
If we're just going to rest up now anyway, I don't think anyone's going to come and attack us during the daytime.
Yeah, but it's better to be... We don't want to then have to come back here, is what I'm saying. It's better to be up and out than once we got the time. I mean, it's a couple of hours before. We probably need to get some rest.
The other option could be to surround ourselves with those more capable of
Who
protecting us
suggests?
as well as themselves. The yawning portal. It's often safe.
Do you have... I mean, I know you're allied with Mert. Is there people there that you're familiar with?
I have a great amount of trust in Dun.
Very well. I mean, I know a couple of friends there as well. So, of course, you've got... What's his name? Maloon?
He's bloody useless.
Has he got
I
the
still
brain,
think he's the mole.
Has he got a brain rot as well? You said there's a guy with a brain rot. Has he got that?
Oh, he's just an idiot.
Okay.
Well, I mean, double-edged sword. We go there and we got the protection of allies, but at the same point in time, we're very well known. I'm willing to take the chance because it seems like quite a no-nonsense place.
Yeah, alright, let's go. We'll grab some stuff. Let Kev know what's going on.
Yeah, maybe he'll be safer on that boat for a couple of days.
Yeah?
Work with them to find out what they know, get those blueprints,
Alright.
perhaps.
I'll go and let him know. They're upstairs and on Kev's door.
Yeah.
Check his pulse.
Kev, you alright?
Yeah, just thinking.
Oh, classic Kev. So yeah, we're gonna go.
That minus one intelligence.
We're gonna go stay at the Yawning Portal. Stay away from here for a couple of days, just because it might be a bit dangerous still. but we were thinking maybe if you want to head to Captain Zorg and let him know we're interested in his deal, and if you can sort out the plans he was talking about for the inside of the Xanatar operation, that'd be...
Okay. I can do that. You'll be staying at the Yoni portal then.
Yeah, for the time being.
Okay. Well, whatever I get from Zord, I'll come by then.
Thank you.
Find you there. Good. Yeah, I'll be going now. I can think on the way.
Good luck.
Okay. Looks around and leaves. Yeah, he leaves the house.
You see the map on his bed. This has got Icewind Dale circled.
Yeah.
With a knife in it, kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So he leaves. So what are you gonna do?
Well, that's all my stuff packed up. Everyone else.
I found I don't actually have any stuff, so
It's all on my
To make
backpack.
room for all that magical items you're carrying.
Whoa! Don't be. These were gifts.
Like that I stole from the castle.
Would you be able to carry my wardrobe
Yep. Where is it?
in my room?
Okay.
They're going to try and pick up his wardrobe. How heavy is it?
He doesn't have it.
It's just like a pile of clothes. And
You have a backpack.
I just imagine it's like just a really well finished room. Just help me sleep at night.
It doesn't have a ceiling.
The
bigger
workers are still.
Imagination.
his bag of everyone's got like a bag of clothes or something. There.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
it's a
So
bag of
I'll
clothes.
got that.
Right, and I got my shield as well. Like it's
Massive, overly powered, like double disadvantage on stealth.
Okay. The workers are actually working on in the house. They normally finish at 5 p.m. So they're about to finish.
You're doing a good job there, boys.
Yeah, good. You guys leaving again? You're never around.
Yeah, sorry, we gotta. We just head out for a few days, bit of a holiday, you know.
Yeah. What happened with the kids?
They've gone for a different holiday. They're having a separate holiday. We're having a separate family holidays, but we're separate. Yeah.
Okay.
If can you just keep a note of anyone that comes around looking for us. Don't have to get their names. Just maybe a brief description. If you see any suspicious types lurking around.
Sure. I mean, look, we don't want to get in trouble. Our usual line is we're just working here. And
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Just don't put your neck out.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
But
Bryden was gonna give him crap money.
There are like 3 people, and they actually mounted a scaffolding on top of the like on the top floor, and they're just they're starting to lay out new wooden beams, so then they can like put some thatching, some tiles and thatching on top of it.
I'm gonna say to him, any information would be helpful. And give him 5 silver.
Okay, so
How
you
much is
Mount
this?
Silver kind of like leans
Silver?
down from the scaffolding, grabs them.
20 silver.
Is that platinum? That's silver, not platinum.
That's silver. Platinum is black.
Okay. Who had the platinum ones?
Do we have?
I don't know.
Where's Cass?
I gave you platinum.
Yeah, I think Cass got it. Might want to grab it out of his money pack before he goes.
I've had my money back. Oh, no.
So you give him.
no, I just want to know how much it was.
Huh?
This feels lighter.
Is this Cass?
That's the platinum.
It must be that. Oh, you got the platinum.
Maybe
Okay, yeah, Master Area will. Oh, yeah, we keep an eye on that. Yeah, of course. I'll make sure to report on any. Are you around like tomorrow or?
Just when we return. Just anyone you've noticed.
Sure. Well, yeah, I'll tell the boys to keep around, keep an eye, and I mean, this is great. Good. Thank you very much.
20 gold.
maybe maybe knock off whilst it's still light as well. Just I'm not saying anything bad's gonna happen to you, but
We have strict guild regulations, and because this is ordered by Master Mert, we want to make sure that we uphold the regulations and the standards of the guilds we represent. Masons, thatchers, roofers, cobblers is just not cobblers. It's all sorts of So we are about finishing an hour from.
Alright, well, just look after yourselves. That's all.
Sure, no one will mess with. We're in a killed apron. We're safe.
We appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm just gonna, just beside us, don't frighten them. They live in a different world to us.
I'm more worried about what they'll say than their safety, to be honest, but that's... I'm not going to tell him that.
Don't tell them anything.
There. Shall we, make
Okay.
tracks then?
So you make all the way down to the Yoni portal. As you arrive there, it is quite lively. This is more or less 5 p.m. Getting dark, already dark. In the midst of winter, 18th of Hammer. It is the kind of moment where it is the liveliest here. It is when precisely all guild workers and people from all sorts of different types of jobs and occupations tend to finish the day and gather in the taverns of the city. So it is quite lively here, and there's also all sorts of people. You recognize Bonnie walking around, and you recognize quite a few people. You recognize obviously Dernan, and in fact Dernan, as you enter, Dernan is there with his massive handlebar and moustache, and looks at you.
Wave and present my associates.
Hey,
Good evening.
I heard you were back in town.
On business.
Yeah,
I'm assuming you've heard the news.
I heard many news.
Well, it's been some time now, but much return.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, the old dog. He'll ever make his comeback. As spectacular as his disappearance. But yeah, I still haven't had the chance to see him. But he's spending too much time up with our lords today. These days, they're the other old bunch. And how you been doing?
I've been well, actually. Yes, I'm happy to be back, and
You don't look a year older.
you neither.
Oh well. You know the tricks.
I'm sure.
What tricks?
Yeah, I recognize you guys. You guys helped me fight that troll back in a couple of 10 days ago.
Oh, is the boards off the portal whole yet?
Sorry?
Are the boards off the whole yet? Because they had to close it down, didn't they, for a couple of days?
As
Yeah.
well.
So is
No, the portal is still closed.
Yes, but what tricks? Don't,
Oh.
don't swerve
Oh.
on me.
Worry, no. There's a conversation with an old friend.
How old is
It's friend stock,
Oh,
I'm sure he'll tell me later.
well, we're
Please.
friends now as well, so we were looking for somewhere to stay for the night.
Sure thing.
Friends rates.
Well, there are no friends prices in the portal. Everyone pays the same. So do you want a room for everyone, or?
But we can all share, yeah. Just like a biggish room with like a few beds.
Let's see. Well, the most I have is a triple bed, so you will have to get a couple of those. Oh, who did you bring? Is the dog with you? No, the dog went with
No,
you.
you're in the kitchen.
So it's just you four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a
well,
1 and a 3.
I have single bed, double bed, and triple bed.
what?
Single's good for me.
That's...
Right,
we should
right. I'll
probably
lean
take 2 down.
into. It's better if we stay in the same room. We can take it in turns to take watches, so we only need 3 beds. It'll be fine. All right. Just for one night.
But don't do well around sores.
Just for one night. It'll be fine.
Or just heavy breathing.
It's just for one night.
We may be safer here, but it's best we keep watch.
Can we just have rooms next to each other?
I
Opposites.
suggest 2 doubles.
Two twin rooms, please.
2 double rooms.
Or twin rooms.
Oh, 2 triple rooms.
Do you not do twin rooms?
Twin rooms, yeah. 2 beds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can give you, let's see, well, double, unfortunately for him, vacated his, he's in jail. So you can have that one, and the other one next to it.
How much for 2 nights?
The rooms is 55 nibs, so 5 shards and 5 nibs, 55 copper pieces. So for 2 nights, I can make small discount, make it 1 gold for the 2 nights. 1 dragon.
Per bed?
Oh, no, the room is 55 nibs.
Well, there you go. Arian, I got yours covered, don't worry.
So 1 room, 2 nights, one dragon, and the other one.
You get any gold on you?
So much gold.
So much gold.
You got 50 silver.
Yeah. 5 silver. That's half a gold.
Do you want anything to drink, eat?
Yeah, like something hot would be lovely.
Sure. I have some beautiful roast greens and bread for a shard tonight.
Yeah. French stew.
We also have stew and bread, 8 nibs, slightly cheaper.
Yeah, I'll take some stew.
You've had enough stew.
Does that come with an ale?
No.
Alright, you got.
How much for an ale?
I'll get
Oh,
dinner.
I have a pretty good bitter black, 4 nibs.
This is for them too.
That's 2, okay.
2 ales then for me.
And who's not eating?
I'm gonna eat. I haven't paid yet. I can't find any small coins.
I'm too damn rich!
2.
Also, remember the time when
Yeah, sure.
Just have a meal.
No, I said just
Okay.
keep it.
So what do you? What are you paying?
So it's more it's the shard, right?
Oh,
The solid food.
yeah, a shard. Okay.
A decent hot meal in
There we go.
ages, actually.
Decent.
and
So you sit down with your ale and anyone else who is drinking water is free.
can you ask Bonnie to sort a bath out for Niall as well, please?
A what?
A bath for Niall.
A bath.
Yeah, she.
Bath.
A bath.
Yeah, bath. Okay. Yes, sure. Bonnie, get a bath ready.
Don't worry, I'll make sure you get nice clean. I
The
know
bath
you-
will be a shard.
I know you like to have be like
What
clean,
then?
clean ready for battle.
So you sit down there. You're with your food, your drink. And you recognize, actually, who would be you recognize sitting on one of the small cubicles.
The black fight.
Huh?
The black fight.
No. You recognize a halfling that was fighting up in the Gralhan's villa. Do you recognize? You know this is Dart Knowles, one of the gentle knaves, and he's having a conversation with someone you don't recognize. But you recognize because he shot a couple of crossbow bolts at you.
Always killed me. I caught it.
That's the only apart from familiar faces around the area, that's the only one that catches your eye.
You want to settle the score with that guy?
On the contrary, if we're looking for protection this evening, then
Yeah, but on a more poignant note, we're also looking to keep our heads down.
True.
And they know that we were after the stone from the Gralhans. So, maybe we should. Little halfling over there was at the Gralhan villa the night we attacked it.
Who's got that at the moment, by the way? Have you got it?
I got it. I'll do a really obvious glare over.
Yeah.
Who? What that was?
Yeah, he's sitting in a small cubicle. You know, the Johnny Potter had these kind of like not private areas. They're open to the public, but you know, separate. Like, yeah,
Do you think it'd be worth
like a classic Irish pub.
going over, or do we just leave it?
Don't want to cause drama.
Maybe I think to his lie. I don't really know where that gets us.
Sword end.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he hasn't noticed us yet. Or what if he does? Who makes the first move? And who is he talking to?
I assume he was employed. We could end things, smooth over our relationship, shake his hand, so there's no hard feelings.
Might be best, maybe. But then we don't know that his employment hasn't ended, or people. It was common knowledge that they were under the employment of the Gorilla, and since their sort of dissolution from the race for the money, maybe they've been hired by someone else for their inside.
Do you want me to do it?
Almost certainly not. You are not exactly the
Precise.
silver-tongued prince out of the group.
Yeah, so it's me.
Efficient.
If anyone's doing it, it's me. I mean, I've handled a lot of negotiations recently pretty well.
I don't think you should handle any negotiations with that necklace on.
Well, it's not very obvious to see. It's fine. No one can see it.
I believe things would go better if he met someone he recognises.
Well, he's got good sights of you, if I recall.
I'm not sure what I'd say to the man. I would be interested to know his employer now, but I don't know if I could get it from him.
I tell you what. Not Devil, what's his name? Dernan. Dernan. Do us a favour.
What do you want?
That halfling over there, are you a regular?
You don't become the most trusted barkeep in Waterdeep by running your mouth about your patrons. You are welcome to find out yourself.
Let me ask again.
And this is a courtesy I also extend you as one of my patrons.
Send him a drink he'll like and tell it's from us. You don't have to tell me what it is or how often he comes in.
That I can do. This is gold.
Well, I assumed he might have good taste for the money he makes.
Very well. Gets a bottle of wine, looking at you all the time.
For someone who really loves money.
Pouring the wine into a small cup. Calls Boney for Mr. Knowles. Tell him he's from this gentleman here. And he goes, very well. He goes there.
Undo a few buttons on his shirt.
Just me and the cape on. I do love money, but I like being shot. Not
And
being shot.
as soon as she
with a
gets
crossbow.
there,
Let me shot.
as soon as you get there, you are paying attention, and as soon as Bonnie gets close to them, they stop talking, and he looks up at her, and she's saying something. He still doesn't grab the cup, and looks all over to where you are.
I do like a
He
basic drink.
grabs the glass from Bonnie. Tips. Does he have a hair?
Tips his head.
Yeah.
You can still do it as a
There's
gesture.
a bit of hair from. He looks like this. I don't know if I ever showed you.
More wait for us to pay tribute.
That's what I think.
Tips his head as he's drinking.
His glasses.
I feel like you should have that.
And then Bonnie goes around to serve other patrons. And at that, you notice that a gnome woman with red hair tied into a long braid, single braid, wearing some kind of like interesting, quite elaborate garments, and with big shoulder pads, carrying kind of like a nice cape. Looks kind of like a overdressed wizard, and with a staff. Walks in, and the reason you recognize is because, based on the descriptions that Keth had particularly given you when he was interested in finding more about this.
Penny Starfreight.
This is Penny Starfreight, and she walks and sits next to Dark Knowles, and they talk for a second, and then she also turns around and looks at you all, kind of with a bit of you had not seen her, and she's kind of like, and then they keep talking.
I squint harder.
I'm not even looking. I'm just.
Don't forget, you can read their lips.
Yeah, yes! I haven't got my notes! So,
Oh my
I would like the whole conversation, please.
In fact, what's everybody here?
It's the most useful skill in Waterdeep. Never used. Okay, so they are speaking common first. Second, as you are looking at them totally, I'm gonna say that Penny sat down in a way that you cannot see her except when she did this, but you could definitely see the lips of Dark Knowles and the other person, which is a human, wearing like what you would understand as some kind of like noble clothes, and has a noble demeanor. Is sat very straight when he grabs the glass, grabs it properly and drinks. And they were talking before essentially Bonnie got there and interrupted. They were talking about current arrangements and the security detail of the masters of this person, of the noble, and whether they should move more people outside the city. And when Penny Starfreight arrived, he quickly told her, so remember the guys that were at the Graham Villa, the third group, they're fucking there. They just invited me to drink. And then that's it. And as you are looking like there very intently, they start going like footballers on TV.
Well, he definitely recognises you.
Well, I'm surprised. Not really the most inconspicuous bunch of people, are we?
You're not, no.
You're like 7 foot tall.
Yeah, but I don't look very threatening. I'm just a gentle person. I would not hurt a fly.
Unless you turned into a frog.
Well, yeah, maybe. Good point.
Smells can be threatening.
Alright,
That's why we
if
got
that's
that bath.
if that's how you feel, I will share your bath with you. I will even go first.
You would fit in the bath.
Didn't you have to order a really big bath last time you were here?
I don't think I had a bath last time we were here.
I thought you had to have like a special sized one.
Maybe I did.
Yeah, the bathtubs were
Why
too small.
are
for
you
you.
bringing this up? It's not very nice. Picking on me for my size. Wow.
Anyway, they're
I
saying...
thought you were better than that.
No.
They're saying something about moving people out of the city.
Well, that's good for us then, isn't it? Unless it's the Kesslers.
Do they recognise us?
Yes.
Okay.
We are apparently the third group that entered that night.
Who's the second?
Who's the first?
You should go. I'll go and ask him. I'll go and ask him.
No. No, you won't. That's mad.
Right.
Eat your dinner.
I've finished it.
Get yourself a second
I'll have
dinner.
yours. You're not eating it. You're not touched it.
I'm too stressed to eat at the minute.
Alright, that's fine. I'll eat it for you.
No, you can have this. I'll slide you on my second thing of ale.
Alright, yeah, sure.
And
It's
exchange for not going over there. You got the worms in the end.
The worms!
Look, we should start getting some rest soon. We're gonna head out.
So, what was that drink for?
That was to pay tribute for the fact that he shot him with an arrow and that we were at his house fighting the people he was paid to protect a couple of nights ago.
Right, well, there was no note saying that. Just gave him a drink.
Yes.
He doesn't know why.
Yeah, but it's common, amongst mercenary types. You don't need to talk to each other, just a drink here and there.
So you're confident that
Is
he
that like
will not
a
shoot
here's a
you?
drink, we won kind of thing?
It's not about winning, it's about, share my table. Kind of.
A non-confrontational approach to allowing them to know of our presence.
Yeah,
Okay.
and to know that we've seen them and we're fine, drinks, relaxing, social, everything's fine. Here's one on me, no hard feelings.
Right.
Without having to go over there and say something that will get you in trouble, like you'll no doubt do.
Well, that's absolutely madness to me. But you would know,
Yeah.
for you are common.
Well, actually, I'm nobility. So I'm far from common.
Yeah, but personality.
Thanks. I'll
It's
take
true.
that as a
General
compliment.
vibe.
Just Joe playing.
This is the song Joaquin composed. Composed. It's a cover.
It's very nice.
It's his 3 strings.
Yeah.
Mark is
So like
playing.
cats there in the corner, like what? The
I
Serenade
got a new
us
job,
outside.
guys. I'm now
and he
a
sends
musician.
a drink over to you.
But he's poisoned. Alright, we could have put those midnight tears in Dartnell's drink. For a laugh.
Just another one comes over.
Sorry, the first one I forgot.
Handed someone else. Damn it, no.
Right, well, if it's all the same to you then. I guess I'm gonna turn in.
Right. Who's sharing with you? You said you don't like much knowing.
I've already paid for Arian's
Not
room.
much.
Well, I paid for our room,
Any.
so you have to stay there now. But I won't be sleeping when you're sleeping because I'll be doing watch,
Great.
I think. Maybe not, but don't tell them, it's fine. Just drink more wine, there you go.
No, the water tonight.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna take a bath, and what are you guys doing? Are you gonna?
I'm gonna go to bed. Well, I'll say to you.
You're right to take. I think, you don't sleep a lot, do you?
No, I don't.
So I'll get a little bit of rest, then you give me a jostle, and I'll take the other part.
Sure. Would you prefer me to stay in the bar area, see people coming in and out, or should I stay in the room?
Maybe you're more comfortable, I guess. If you want to stay here and catch up with some old friends, I'm fine with that.
I will wander the halls.
Alright, let's do that. As
Yeah.
for you two,
Just give us a knock when you want us to take watch.
well, that's what I was going to say. Just, if there's any trouble, next door.
Yeah, cool. Right.
Is Balloon still here?
I mean, he's not down in the common room.
My way. He's
It's the
still
tap room. You know
staying.
where his room is.
Where's my room?
Your room is so both rooms are together. They are on the 3rd floor, overlooking. So you know that the whole place is kind of like built in a ring around the central area with the namesake portal, and there are hallways coming off the sides of the central ring, and then all the rooms are there. So it's one of the wings, as it were.
So what floor was Balloon on?
The room was on the second.
Second.
Sorry, first. So it's ground, first, second, third.
Oh, so you could probably take a good, lookout, guard from
Yeah.
outside both of our rooms on the kind of balcony.
Yeah.
I'm going to be walking around during my.
The balcony on the 3rd floor.
Yeah, just going up and down and just like through the bar.
Okay, so you're gonna be essentially a Greek watch, Greek guard watch, kind of like over covering the whole place.
Yeah.
Yeah, just knock on when you want me to do the last watch. Like, get the last watch.
Yeah, that's fine. Actually, head in your room a sec.
Yeah, alright.
Now I'm gonna go into our room. I'm gonna focus on their room and I'm gonna try and send a message, like visualizing it going under the door and round and through the door.
So you are in your room. Okay. So you, yeah.
Genhorn, can you hear me?
Who's this? What kind of witchcraft is this?
It's Silas. Yes.
Silas who?
I mean, you're sending several messages.
Ormez.
Oh yeah, that guy. Okay, yeah.
Look, I'm using message. I can communicate with you in case of an emergency without having to come outside.
I walk back and knock on the door.
What?
Would that be just knock on the wall?
Someone might hear that.
Right. Okay. Check.
It's just, if there's someone outside, I can, like outside the window maybe, I can communicate with you without having to make a whole ruckus.
Okay. Yeah, probably do it to Niall. He likes things in his head. Remember the brain dog thing?
I thought that was an absence of things in his head.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe. Okay. Do it to me then.
I'll
Okay.
do it to whoever picks up.
Alright. Yeah.
So as you all stay in your room, Niall, Bonnie comes and picks you up, gets you and leads you to where the bath is being prepared. There is one of the workers there that's kind of like prepared soap and towel and whatnot. Sir, the bath is ready for you. Let us know if you need anything. And there is a small fireplace inside the bathtub.
Yes.
Inside the it's gonna be tricky.
You're actually in hell.
Inside the bathroom, there is the bathtub with steaming water, and there is a fireplace with like an area with coals that you can like drag to a small kind of like grill thing, and then there is a big pot of water that is being warmed, so you can like refill and keep it warm for longer. As you strip, you prepare to like enter the bathtub. Your symbol of the starts like gently glowing.
I knew she was into me.
Yeah.
Always watching.
Oh, not now! Buddy! I'm gonna need more bubbles!
They all left, and you close the door, of course.
Well, I shout really loud.
Usually like Thunder Boys, like.
Okay, so well, no one. There's no
So
one
I'll
there.
quickly jump in.
Yeah.
Okay. Press the.
Okay. The voice comes into your head. Make an insight check with disadvantage because it's just the voice, but just to get a feeling of what the
Yeah.
with disadvantage.
What's
Yeah,
your
call
D?
again.
Oh, roll again though.
What?
Disadvantage.
No!
Yeah, but you still got a.
No!
One.
Oh, nice. 16.
Okay.
Plus 20
Uh,
something.
I think that was my only 20.
Plus 7.
Yeah, you got like plus crazy anyway, so it's over 20 still.
Okay, you can definitely tell as soon as the voice comes through the whatever the system uses, that the black stuff, Vashra, she is
Blushing.
no, she is in a bit of a tense, stressful situation, as in when someone has just came out of dealing with a high stress situation and is rushing towards another high stress situation and is using a few minutes in between to say, okay, oh shit, I need to call this guy to catch up and so she's kind of like spinning several places at the same time, and he's kind of like very strong and moving fast. And as the voice comes, it says, Niall, I don't have a lot of time. Agents have informed me about what happened to the Casalances. Now, a contingent of the servants have left the city. Look, I want to make sure that you stay undercover and hidden.
I am so undercover.
I'm gonna assume that you had something to do with this ill-advised attack that you told me that you would do against the Casalances. I need trusted agents on the field here. I need people with the ability, judgment, and loyalty necessary to work for the city without direct guidance. Niall, I need to know that you can be that person. This kind of sloppy work can lead to all our downfalls. Tell me quickly, what happened?
Yeah. Well, I have all the time in the world. to
Very
discuss.
quickly, I don't have time.
The house caught fire. The castle lanterns weren't there. There was a chain devil. Like I said, that one time I think I did. And it got released. Turns out it could break
What
the
did
chains.
you have to do with it?
Absolutely nothing.
What do you mean?
I mean, I was there.
You told me you were there, yes.
But I didn't do any of that.
What did you do?
Just watch.
It's unrated.
Just watched it happen.
Look, you and your associates, you have the opportunity to do good. I trust you. I think you can be that person that can, without direct guidance, be a force for good in the interest of the city. But you need to be more conspicuous. Moving against a noble house. You might have walked out this time.
I mean, it's worked out every time. If you recall.
No?
Do you want to know the next one?
Wait, what are you doing next?
The next one. Well, we need to look into Captain Zord. He's been behind a lot of the madness, a lot of the chaos. He's been under the surface. A lot of the leaks in the papers come from him. Yes.
Look, I know I don't have time for this. I know about Captain Salt. He's just a power broker. I don't.
No, he wants us to work with him.
Of course he will. He's a power broker.
He wants half the gold.
No, he doesn't want half the gold.
Wait.
He's going to give us half.
Well, he's saying what he's saying.
Well, I want to say what I know.
So long as it's because Joel wasn't there.
Okay, so no, the deal Captain Salt made with you, or wanted to make with you, is that so essentially that he is the one giving the gold back to the city. So you bring the gold to him, or you work together to get the gold alongside him. He has like extensive resources, information, and whatnot, and you get to keep half, and he gives the other half back to the city. But he is the one giving the gold back.
And his reasoning is that he'll basically tell them when he gives it back, the expenses of like getting it back cost half the money essentially.
And that it wasn't all recoverable. And when I played you last session, you can disregard this, but I was saying that for you it wasn't about you getting the gold, but you wouldn't want him to give in the gold because you would want to be recognised as one of the heroes that gave in the money. Because a promotion for you would be more important than like getting gold.
Yes, he's a very shady character. He wants to give the city back the gold, and in return, well, he wants us to give him the gold. And he says he's the best man to help us. And then he said we can keep half the gold, which will satisfy, obviously, the other two members.
Well, listen, this is too
Soon to be
complicated.
one.
Listen up. For the time being, you don't want him to be against you. Can you play him?
Absolutely.
Okay. String him along, see what help you can get, see how far this conspiracy goes. And eventually, when push comes to shove, you can break the deal. But keep stringing him along. We know what he wants. And he may yet get it. If it's a compromise that we can get. I don't care about those type of power politics. I care about this city being safe. And these riots and everything and all the shit I'm dealing with. This is definitely not safe. So, for the time being, keep playing him. I trust that you can do that.
Without shadow of a doubt.
Good. And then you hear something like a noise and like the sound of thunder and something crashing. Like, what? Just go! Fuck! Come on, must go!
Wait! Upgrade me! Upgrade me!
Cuts off.
Damn it. Ah well. 1A!
Okay. At one point, Bonnie will be walking down there, and she hears you through the door.
The bubbles.
You have soap inside, Mister.
Oh, I meant to do it.
Of course.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
At some point during your bath, I'm gonna open the door.
Also naked.
I've just got my skin cloak on. And just flick in one of them. I don't know who has them. So I don't know where I
Does
got
it
it.
fun?
No.
Goodbye.
One of the Donkey Kong badges?
Oh, the to get into the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get the message behind that. Oh, you worry, I got it. DK.
Dickhead.
No.
DK. Don't forget, if we're gonna do things with the Xanathars entering, you need to make sure that you're attuned to that.
Don't you ever walk in on me in the bath again.
It just plops, like I flick it in, it plops into the water.
Get out.
I've seen everything. It's too late.
There's bubbles you can't see.
He didn't know how to do the soap very well. And then just make sure that you've all
It's like
got
one little bubble.
attuned to this.
I've already got one.
You see Arion at one point walking past in his guard. Arion, I need you to make as you're being quite thorough around, make a perception check with advantage, please. It's a general. See what you can see.
21.
21. Okay. At one point, you notice that. Well, first of all, at one point, eventually, Dark Knowles. So the person that was speaking to Dark Knowles and Penny Starfate, they leave. Dark Knowles and Penny Starfate stay for maybe another 10-20 minutes, and then they leave as well. It's starting to get emptier as the night progresses, and at one point you notice. You notice entering someone that catches your eye as someone that has been described to you, but you haven't seen. A halfling girl that apparently has is in the with monk clothes and has quite wild bushy red hair, and she comes over and sits in one of those cubicles. Apparently, she gets some food and drink, and is apparently just waiting there.
I'm gonna keep a specific eye on her because I know where she's been.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe after 20 minutes, another person comes in. Robe person you don't recognize, and she sits and starts speaking to her.
Okay. Is there any? Can I see any kind of expression on her face or anything? See the kind of.
She has a bit of like a perma frown, kind of like, or maybe it's just a squat face. But she's apparently now talking in hushed whispers with this newcomer. It's a human male, kind of like brown skin, robes, winter robes. Just warming his hands like this and getting some food as well. But
so
they apparently talking. But
so after he orders the food, are people going to be asleep at this point?
I mean, yes, this would be eventually whenever. Yeah.
Oh no, wait! I want to do something before I go to bed. Then.
Oh, okay. Sorry. What do you want to do?
Just write a note saying.
Are you using an iPhone?
I found a piece of paper
Okay.
and something to write on it.
Yeah. You can ask for that. Yeah.
I know.
You say I know.
I know.
He's
Stop.
letting him alone.
I
And
just place under Blue's door.
okay.
Signing it? Or
You slide it in and then you go back to your pet. Okay. Okay, I'm making note of that.
Not like I know about your brain or
I know.
I know. Sorry, so... And then I assume you go to bed. So yeah, Arion, what do you do?
How populated is it downstairs?
There's about like 6-7 people.
Okay, so if I went and tried to go to the booth next to them, I would look weird.
Yes, because it's clear that at this point it's late in the night.
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna watch them and try and get like a good like description of the guy that she's speaking to and see if there's any kind of drama between them or anything.
Okay. So make 2 things. First, an insight check to like the general demeanor and
That's 23.
23. The situation is tense. At one point, as they are talking, they are eating and she's kind of like gesticulating a bit and she starts like going. And not as obvious, of course, because you wouldn't need an insight check for that. But you know, there is a bit of a tense situation, and you can definitely tell that it's her that is either giving him some shit or complaining, and he is the one trying to keep the situation calm or under control. And then make a perception check.
20.
20. I'm going to say you notice what appears to be part of a tattoo poking up from behind his neck as he like pull the ropes. You can't quite see where it is, but there's definitely some kind of tattoo there behind his neck. And make a stealth check to see how well you are not how inconspicuous you are being.
Oh, I'm pretty bad at that right now, so 7.
7.
You're just standing at their booth.
Yeah. No.
It's just like putting down a show. What is that?
So at one point, what happens is that she's doing this. You are on the 2nd floor balcony looking down. That's where you can kind of like see the tattoo and whatnot, and at an angle see them inside the cubicle. And you're kind of like leaning in to get a better look. And she goes, grabs the drink and looks up, you know, like casually, and sees you and frowns.
Just gonna wave. And just wave back.
She kind of
No
like
response.
leans down a bit to get a better angle towards the 2nd floor balcony, so because of the roof of the cubicle, and goes and looks back at the guy, and she says something quick.
Okay, I'm gonna stay there for a bit longer. Just
Okay.
I'm not gonna back down. Just to watch, see if anything happens from that.
So they apparently stop talking. There's some whispers, and then the guy comes out of the cubicle, arranging his winter robes, and looks at you up there. Stays there for like 5-10 seconds, and then walk towards the exit.
What does he look like? I've definitely got a good look at his face.
Yes, you now got a very good look at
Got a
the
good look at
face.
my
It's
face as well.
brown skin, unkempt beard, maybe 5 to 7 days. Kind of like black hair, and the winter robes are nondescript. There's nothing in particular about it. It is the kind of clothing that you would imagine a lot of people in Waterdeep have, so it is not useful to identify someone. And they walk out the door, and the halfling is just there with the ale, looking at you.
I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna walk towards her booth if she's still there when I get downstairs.
Yeah,
Is she still there?
yeah. She's looking at you.
Just gonna walk over. Sorry to intrude on your evening like that.
Who are you?
My name is Arian. I'm working with people that you may know. We've not met before. But I'm interested in your friend.
Wait, do we know this halfling? Did I miss a part when you were describing him?
It's Mookie, isn't it?
It's
something.
Oh, okay. It's one of the
Yeah, you are all sleeping, so it's a Havia.
Oh, I think
Not
I was
Mookie.
seeing if the.
Mookie is the one with there is kind of like black hair, with a kind of like a third eye painted on her forehead. Havia is the one that. This is Havia. Is the
Okay.
heavy hair,
Oh.
and it has kind of like a thing holding like a diadem holding the hair. I don't know who you think you know or who do you work for. What do you know about my friend?
I noticed a tattoo on his neck. Didn't get a good look at it, but I have it on.
Many people have tattoos.
This, I imagine, is a specific tattoo. One
Look.
that-
Don't know exactly what who you are or what you want, but what
all I will ask then is just remember my face, and I want what's good for this city, and I'll walk away. It's like really evil.
she looks at you intently. I shall remember your face now. Finishes her last bit of ale and then stands up, grabs her winter coat, and walks away. All the way looking at you.
Just walk back upstairs and just get back on watch until
Okay.
it's time to switch.
At one point you will switch. You notice that Dernan is obviously not there anymore. In the wee hours of the night, there's another employee that is kind of like, and it just looks at you weird after you had that interaction.
I'll grab just a cup of water from the bar on the way up.
Okay.
So we went to bed probably about 8, I think, because we woke up
Yeah.
at about 4. So we'll ended up waking up around 4 again this morning. I
Okay.
think that's the plan.
So you wanna wake up like very in the wee
Yeah.
hours in the morning. Okay.
Because we've like knocked
So
our
who's-
schedule forward. So.
He's up next,
I'm
so
up next.
I'm going to go in and I'm going to take a glass of water, this for you, and just tell him the description of the person I saw at the bar and what the conversation was, and that I believe that.
Oh, yeah, sounds like one of Mountain Man's ladies. I don't remember his name. Halloum, I think his name was.
Right. Well, it's it seems like one of the people who was described by him.
Yeah, that might be inside the towers tomorrow. Did you inform them of our
Well, she
plans
got
to
a good look at
infiltrate?
my face. I told her that I wanted what's best for the city. Didn't know how much information to give her, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard with infiltrators because you never know. I've heard people snap and suddenly switch causes when they're infiltrating, so probably
Well,
best not to.
I imagine with how Vega was, if we meet her tomorrow, then we'll at least get a conversation before a fight.
Fair. And you reckon this person that she was with, tattoo, Snake?
I didn't do a look, but I think so.
Well, if they're stressed, they can only be a good thing. Maybe. Better everyone else sweating than just us. Well, you get a bit of rest. I'll keep my eye out for anything else, but this time I imagine the place is going to be pretty quiet.
I'll do.
Okay. So you stand your watch, make a perception check with advantage. It's very unlikely that you will miss something.
21.
21. Okay. No patrons of note or come and go at this. It's quite late. Although this is open like 24 hours. A person comes in late at night, a bit drunk, complains about the barman not wanting to sell anymore, and then walks away. And classic like late night shenanigans. And then, but it is very quiet. And at the very end of your watch, you hear heavy footsteps from the first floor. You are kind of like maybe going around the ground floor, the tap room, and you see there. Have you ever seen Meilun?
Yes, when we got the potions off him the first.
Oh yeah, okay. So you see there, maybe with very heavy winter coat, his sword kind of poking out from the hole of the winter cloak here at the back, and what appears to be some kind of like scroll case, a stack of like papers, but kept in like cases for protection, essentially, of the elements, and it's kind of like walking downstairs, waves at the barman, sees you, and then walks away, walks out of the door.
Okay. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Didn't have a note in his hand or anything.
Yeah. What was his facial expression? Did he say anything?
You know
in his
when
at the
someone is kind of like thinking or talking to themselves? You know, when they're going down the street and it's kind of... The people that are running conversations in their head, kind of like that kind of demeanor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let him walk off.
Yep, sure thing. So you end your watch without further incident.
Actually, that means he's not in his room. Could break into his room. Might have some. No, I'll leave it. Might have some cool things in there. I know that he had cool potions around.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next? Last
Yeah,
one.
okay,
Okay,
wait,
you
wait,
again.
wait.
One. Yeah, you wake up when it is barely. There's a bit of light coming out.
No, it'd be like 2 in the morning.
Oh no, 2 in the morning. Yes, of course. Yes, very, very. Yeah,
Get a message in my head.
you get a message in your head. Wake up.
Yeah, I'll wake you up with it.
And this music is too.
I've heard this one.
It's a raucous 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
The party's get going.
And yeah, you wake up, start your watch, make a perception check. You get advantage.
15? No, 16.
16. Okay. It is very quiet at this
Oh,
time.
sorry,
It's
no.
quite late.
19.
And there are almost no patrons. Everything is quite cozy and comfortable to just chill here. In fact, you kind of feel like you could grab another.
A quick beer.
Yeah, but yeah, you proceed with your watch and nothing ever happens.
And wake Niall up at the end of the 2 hours, sort of.
Alright, come on, time to get going.
Okay.
Okay. So
So I.
sorry, yeah. So about that time when you're about to wake Niall, Keth comes in. Sorry, forgot. And Keth comes in. Oh, it's snowing. Oh, Genfron, there you are.
Alright. It's a bit cold out there, man. You alright?
It's close to you. Here, we have the blueprints.
Oh, thank you.
Gives you. Whoops. Gives you actual blueprints.
What's he doing at 2 in the morning? Putting in.
What's Balloon doing leaving at 1?
I scared him off, see? I told you.
Probably
So
still
what?
same.
Force grab.
Cold. That's what they call it.
Right.
What?
Grab. You can only grab things with it.
So
They're white.
let's see.
Keth, you liar.
I'm like, Keth, why don't you just all take these together?
I think this is like that, and this is
Who's control?
It's got that there.
yeah.
Oh.
No,
No, it's the wrong angle.
yeah, that's
It's
right.
90 degrees, look at that.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's correct. Like that, and obviously, yeah, like that. So I'm gonna briefly give you. Kath will briefly give you like an explanation of what each thing is.
This is the ground floor, yeah?
So you have the obviously that's the ground floor, is the one with the big walls around it. The walls are kind of like protected by the force field, and then inside there is a small tower, and a big tower with a building all around it. You know that the small tower is the one that, according to, if you go all the way up to the 3rd floor in the small tower.
So this.
No, small tower is 1st floor is that one connected, not a small one connected. Yeah, that's the 1st floor.
Okay.
So that's first. Then 2nd and 3rd is small. Small, yeah. 2nd and then 3rd.
Second, third.
Okay.
2nd and 3rd. And they will tell you that on that 3rd level, the very top is where the teleportation circle to the inner sanctum is.
Okay.
No.
Just to be
Yeah, this is
clear,
the second, third, fourth. That one's bigger, is it?
That one is really, it goes 2 more.
Yeah.
So, and it is exactly as you say. Is
just to be clear, it's English.
well, yeah, I'm saying it in English because here is level 1 is the one with the walls, and level,
Just how I have the map.
yeah.
Might make sure.
So the teleportation circle is in the 3rd floor of the small tower.
No.
The one closest to your side. Yeah, that one. That's where the teleportation circle is, and you can access directly going up the small tower or going the big tower to the 1st floor, and then there is this passage that connects both.
Is that on the outside of the tower, that passage? It's like scaffolding.
A walkway.
That
Like
one
bridge.
is a bridge and walkway, which is a wooden bridge connecting the 2 towers 20 feet above the ground. And there is a walkway attached to the bridge encircling the outside of the outer tower.
And you know when Millie tried to fly into it, and there was like a force field?
Yeah.
So the force field is like
Yeah.
here, like
Yeah.
around this wall?
Yeah, as far as you know, is all around the structure.
Yeah.
The window where you saw, remember, where you saw Yorn, is there was like kind of a study, is on the 1st floor of the big tower. Is this one? This is kind of like the study and library where you saw Yorn. So that's the reading room. So you also know they will also tell you that the one second. They will also tell you where the teleportation circle of arrival is.
Stairs up to this.
Oh, yeah.
One second.
So this one goes to here. And then I think these ones go up here. And then these ones go up here. And then from here to get to here, I don't know. Or is it up and down?
Yeah, that's yeah. And that's
Oh, yeah,
comes up
UD.
into
Yeah, yeah,
here.
Ah.
And then fuck knows how you go from there. There's like a bit there, I guess. That's sort of like this.
And sorry, the teleportation circle is also the one to arrive in the tower. So if you get access to the tower via the teleportation circle in Yellowspire, you would also arrive in that one.
Okay. And is that the same one that we go to for the special place?
As far as Zor knows, yes.
So we
If
come
you-
in and we can teleport back out again from the same room.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you have the rings.
Do we know if we need like a ring per person or just one ring to?
No, unclear, but I presume one per person.
Okay.
But
there are
that's
only two.
mad!
In the world, we know.
And Joe's left, so we can't go back to Tal because we don't have the fact that he's a person anymore to rely on. You have to help us. I'm you. And all that.
Yeah, did that before.
Well, she's gone as well.
So the The another areas of interest is, you know, there is an interesting. There is a holding cell. It is in the small. This is the holding cell. This room with no windows, or well, one window apparently. There is there's in the first floor. There is a storeroom and a dining room are the two biggest square rooms. Two biggest, one rectangular, one square. And the other one is a kitchen. So storeroom, dining room, and kitchen. And the ground floor. Sorry, I'm talking about the ground floor. And the main tower, the ground floor, is a library. And yeah, there's a library there. On the first floor, that big tower, it's kind of like the main landing and ledge tower area of the tower. And then there you have next to it, as I said, the reading room and a bedroom.
So these are a reading room and a bedroom, right?
Yes, correct. Then you have the bridge and walkway, and on the small tower, on the outer tower there, yeah, there is like kind of like a statue, a wizard statue. Then there is the on the second floor of the main tower, the one connected to these little rooms here. That's a laboratory, the main area, the round area.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a holding cell. There's a staff display, which is where the stairs are, and there is a servant quarters. And then another point of interest is the second floor of the main tower. So the first that has an arrow here leading to it. So that would be the second floor. There is a summoning chamber, and it is intelligence says that there is something trapped there in the summoning circle. And you gotta be careful going further and further up, because in the third floor there is some kind of construct workshop.
Is that the one that's got like what looks like a gear in the middle of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the top floor there is some weird stuff like it is there is a suspicion that because things that are built in the construct workshop are somehow stored there, sometimes stored there. There is a golem apparently, according to intelligence, and there is a bedroom, the bedroom of one of the main guys that is experimenting with the workshop.
The Druids know about Golem?
You know, little. You know that it's it's a construct, but you're not particularly familiar with all the types there are, because it's such an unnatural thing anyway.
Yeah.
It's more of an arcane knowledge.
So
And those are libraries, private libraries, in the
Small.
second floor of the small
This
tower.
one? Yeah. So, are you gonna come with us then, Catherine?
Well, I've been given another assignment.
I understand. You've got to do your bit to help us out.
Yeah. I'll make sure that I keep working for my old master, so we're on his good side.
All right.
Stay safe.
You too.
He leaves,
Come on, pat on the butt.
and then we can go wake everyone up.
No. You're snoring.
That's a lie.
I've recorded it. In my mind.
Back to morning routine. Here we go. You can do it with me.
Is it eating sausages for breakfast?
Nope.
Because I saved a sausage from last night. Will you
Look out to an empty stomach.
Okay. We need to get going. Whoa!
It's too late. Started. We start
The
with the
day
dance.
has begun.
Sorry.
I'll go wait with you do your routine.
Yes.
We'll knock on there.
Do you remember as well? It's still 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know why I play this at 4 in the morning. Suddenly, a band walks in with dwarves and drums.
We really don't care what time it is. We
Try the door. Did you lock the door?
no.
Oh, just open it, go in. Need you cuddling. Knew it all along.
Head to feet, top seat, well, I think top tails.
Yeah.
I'm sat in the corner.
On my lap.
Are you guys ready? You up?
Throw my sheet off. I'm fully dressed with a backpack on.
And the cloak.
How long have you been waiting?
1001. And then 1002.
Giggling.
That was doing his 10 morning press ups.
Hey, now. I saw that friend of yours heading off somewhere in the wee hours of the morning with a bunch of scrolls.
Friend?
Maloon.
He's not a friend.
I thought you guys were like best buddies.
I thought you were also best buddies.
What do you mean you've seen him?
I drew a picture of you guys and I put best buddies.
I saw him. I don't really know how I can explain that anymore. My eyes, when I was looking, he walked into my vision.
Yes?
And then he looked at me.
And you were where?
I was on the second floor.
Alright, now we're getting somewhere. And which way was he going?
Well, he left, as I said, out the main door with a bunch of scrolls.
He had a lot of stuff.
I can see why you were
Did
good
have
at
those
this when
stuff.
you were in the
It
city.
looked like he was leaving for a while.
I see why you were good at your job. Very well. Asking the right questions.
No, I
You don't know what I did?
I don't think he didn't look like he had a night bag or anything with him. He just had like one of like scroll holders. He looked a little bit.
Worried?
He was talking to himself.
Yes.
I think as he was going.
Haha!
So
Oh, keep the voice down a bit, yeah, because we've got to sneak out now.
So I don't imagine he'll be back.
Right.
anyway, but yeah, just you mentioned that you were looking for him.
I've considered him found. Out.
All right. Well, we off.
Yeah.
Yes?
Sort of caper.
Before we go, I just we're sneaking across. We don't know when we'll be seen. Do we want to be seen?
When? What stage?
Well, now.
I mean, we've got to leave.
Oh yeah, but we can leave sneakily.
You mean now?
I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Well, should I do my magic now, or should I do it later?
I think we're alright just to walk out the bar.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Give me a nod.
you didn't see anyone suspicious on your watch.
No.
I didn't see anyone. You didn't see anyone on your watch.
Yeah, Kev came by on my watch.
Huh.
He gave us some plans, but obviously we'll look at them later. We don't have time right now. Got him here. But for the Colette Towers.
Well,
So-
it might be worth just having a quick look at them, because if we go there and we have to oh no, we got to go to Yellowstone to Temple. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't want to slow us down before it gets light or something.
Yeah, smart. Alright, well, let's just head out.
Alright, let's do this.
Okay, so you head down. So are you going to like the messaging?
Yeah. We're
Okay.
going to.
To the alley in the field ward. Okay.
Yes.
So you make your way there in the wee hours of the night. There's still of the morning. There's still patrols and some of, particularly here in the castle ward, there is the candlelight people. It is very well lit. So you're gonna be stealthing.
Yeah.
Make a
I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace as well.
yeah. Make
Even though I
a.
said I wasn't gonna, but
Okay,
I'm gonna
cast.
secretly say start casting.
Mhm.
Have you got a shield, do you?
Yeah. Ooh. 17.
Are you wearing your
Bushwhacker.
buff? Okay.
33.
33.
Which means I don't have
23.
disadvantage,
23.
isn't it?
Niall?
Yeah.
So it's 15.
Did you add the plus 10?
Yeah.
No.
Genhorn?
Natural 20.
17.
Natural 20. Okay. 17. Okay. At one point, it looks like it's in the castle wall because it is not as all the houses like as together and like other places. It is a lot easier to spot someone. And at one point, but you managed to like keep keep a good eye out for when some of the people with lights might come around the corner, and then you grab like an eye or get one right here a second, and then move on, and you kind of like help guide everyone, and you are undetected apparently by any patrols or watches or anything as you move into the field wall, and there it becomes a bit easier as everything is kind of like more hunched together, and there are awnings and places where you can cover yourselves better. So you make all your way to the alley undetected, and once you get there, you see this house as in the vision. It is it's a small house, kind of sandwiched between two bigger houses, but the feature this one house has.
Slope roof.
It has a single slope roof, and kind of like an attic, you imagine, on the second floor, and it has a bit of a tower. At first it appears like a chimney, but it is too big for it to be a chimney, and it has an opening up top.
Oh, this is definitely the place. What do you think to do in our old classic infiltrate and investigate whilst two of you just strack down at the bottom maneuver?
That didn't go very well last time, didn't you? You died.
Yeah, but this time I could have support with me. Me and Arian could both go.
Right, or we could all just go in through the top.
Yeah, but you're very big and loud.
I do like knocking.
Yeah, but knocking's loud.
Yeah, but that distracts them. They come to the door, then we sneak in,
But do we
and then we
need to
pinch them
distract
again.
him? It's 4 in the morning and everyone's probably asleep.
Can I make a quick, can I see any lights or anything moving kind of?
There's definitely no lights coming from that house or the other. There is a flickering candlelight coming from a house, a flickering light coming from a house next door, because this one has the windows like wooden, like boarded up windows, so that you can't quite see inside anything.
Actually boarded up as a derelict or as in like shuttered?
No, shut it. Sorry. And then, but on the next one, there is like tiny gaps between the wood of the windows, and from there there's flickering light.
Everyone who's in that house who's awake at 4 in the morning.
You can imagine there is fireplace going, as opposed to.
We should break it down and kill them all.
Fireball. So there's a building basically like the bottom floor, and then there's another floor on top. There's like the attic.
Well, so it is a squat building. It has like the ground floor, and then the second floor is kind of like a slanted roof and an attic, and then from there you have like that tower.
Has it got a garden?
No,
How
it
many-
is just the facade facing the alley.
How many floors does the tower kind of span?
You would imagine probably a couple.
How many feet roughly is the tower in width?
And it's gonna be maybe 4 feet by 4 feet. So that's why I say it looks like a chimney, but it is too big to be just a chimney. Actually, you two make history checks. You are area with advantage.
22.
Just because there is no architecture check, so history is the best next thing.
Stone cutting.
10.
22.
22, okay. Yeah, maybe you didn't pay so much attention to some of the trades that would require a chimney like that during your time, but you definitely
Pigeons in it.
no. This looks like the kind of thing where they would smoke things inside, and it required a big draft because otherwise it would just smoke the whole thing. So it's not like a fire where you don't want to make it smoke. So the little whereas if you want to smoke something indoors, you need like very good draft. But it and it has the kind of like blackened, up top, the blackened like brickwork that immediately catches your eyes. Like they used to smoke things here, but it looks like it hasn't been used for that purpose for a very long time, because it's not like newish blackening, and it is covered with snow. The top thing.
So that means it's not lit or anything.
Yeah, and also if it had been used to smoke things even in the last couple of weeks or whatever, or 10 days, the snow wouldn't settle because just the heat of the smoke would constantly like melt it. So you can definitely tell that it's not being used for that purpose.
That chimney, I reckon we could probably fit down there, unless it's been repurposed. Looks like an old smokehouse, so...
I could probably help us all get up there, maybe, as an idea, but I don't know, it's a bit extreme. It might make a bit of noise, actually.
Is it to use that griffin and fly us up?
Maybe.
It's definitely not that big. It's 4x4.
What kind of knowledge do I have of teleportation circles in terms of how big they are?
This place isn't the place with the teleportation.
Oh, I know, but it could have one.
I mean, according to reports, you saw one. Oh no, you didn't see one.
We did in Yellowstone.
Oh yeah,
You are the only
There
one.
was
that-
one in his garden.
Oh yes, there was one in your garden, but you didn't know it was there.
What?
Yeah, because
Surprise!
Bogendra showed up on the first time that you saw her there, but not Bogendra, the other,
The gargoyle.
the gargoyle, showed up, but you didn't know it was there. Make a spellcasting ability check with disadvantage, because teleportation cycles are a very much arcane domain.
So 3 plus proficiency plus, or just plus 3? It's plus wisdom, is it?
Yeah,
So 6 then.
yeah. I mean, you don't know. They can be any size, as far as you can tell. You should be able to step into them, so at least
Yeah.
human.
Okay. I mean, it could
They
be
cannot be tiny.
teleportation circle there, but I don't know.
Can anyone get to the chimney? Can you?
Yeah, I can scale that.
Could you wait? First of all, can you check that door on the phone and just quickly sneak up and see if you can unlock it for us?
Just send my mage hand and just try the door handle. Just
Yeah, it's one of those. It isn't a handle like this, but rather it's just an iron bar and you pull. So
Okay.
you unlock and then you just pull.
So I give it just like a gentle pull.
Yeah.
It's locked.
Yeah.
And then send it up to the top window and just like press on that. Is that locked as well?
So there is a little window in the slope roof.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean there's nothing to open it from the outside.
Oh, so it's,
Of course.
it's just like it's fixed window almost.
No, you can imagine they have shutters,
Okay.
but why would you keep a handle on the outside?
Ah, yeah. That's true.
Could all three of you get up there?
I could get in, but I wouldn't be.
Forgive me, but you're not the most quiet person for these kind of jobs.
Okay, guess you're with me again.
You're
Yeah.
a good enforcer, but you're...
I
So
would-
we'll knock.
Alright. Or we could just get Silas to open the door for us, and we don't have to knock, we can just...
No, we knock. We want them to come to the
Erin, you see light coming from around the corner as you're all there.
Point out the light.
Very quick, hide.
Stealth check, please, as you all like scatter and use different shadows and whatnot to hide.
21.
28.
11.
Oh,
Natural one.
Natural one.
Natural one, okay.
Ah, the natural one. That was the sound you made. As you
Five! You panicked and fired.
So what happens is like everyone scatters, and then Niall was about to go and around an alley, but then Genhorn got there first, and he's too big, so Niall cannot fit. Oh fuck! And turns around and goes the other way, and then you see one of the kids with 2 City Watch coming around, and you kind of like facing them. Oh! There in the middle, heavy, the heavy foot traffic in the sloshing snow, and still snowing a bit, and then just the misty light as they come in. Who goes there? Says the one a City Watch, one of the City Watch, as the boy is holding a candle, a pole with light.
So is there like a curfew or something? Right.
You know that because of the riots, they're specifically being more watchful at nights.
I remember you wearing your cloak.
I'll call the city watchful.
No, I'll take my hood off then.
Just a man who can't sleep tonight.
Oh, okay, sir. Who are you? They're about 25 feet from you.
It's okay, you can come closer and have a look at my face if it makes you feel safer. I don't.
The lady
Not
that's
carrying
speaking
anything.
to you, kind of, her hand in the sword hilt.
There'll be no trouble here tonight.
What's your business? You can't sleep, you say. What are you
Trouble.
doing around here?
Troubled mind. Stress.
Make a deception check.
It's true.
Mine.
He has a troubled mind.
I've been thinking about killing everybody.
Deception.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah.
-1. I think it's a -1. It's a 5.
It's a 5. Well, go trouble your mind somewhere else. I don't think I like the likes of you going about the field world this time of the night.
Where should I walk to get some fresh air?
I don't know. Go to the docks.
Will I be stopped there as well? And they'll tell me to come back to the field ward.
No, you can be around the docks. No one gives a shit. We'll go what goes on down there. Just don't walk around my neighborhood this time of the night. What business do you have here? Why? Are you looking for something? Are you planning to break into some of the trade of the guild traders here? All honest, fine folk.
Look, come.
You rabble from the dog ward.
Look, you can come
I-
closer, and you can see I don't have anything. A pickpocketer. I don't go around stealing
No,
things.
you don't have to convince me. You just do it. Just go.
Now I'm just gonna send a message to Nalwithin from wherever I'm
Yeah.
hiding, because presumably
Yeah.
I can. Just flash your badge and get to move on. This is making a lot of noise.
It's not the right time. Needs to be dramatic.
But he would have had to have said that out loud.
Yeah, you whisper.
Me.
You actually whisper out loud. You say, what? Who are you talking to? And they kind of start looking around, but you're all very well hidden.
There's no one else here. It's just me. Okay, well. Is any of the taverns open at this time, or?
Yeah, plenty in the dog world. Just get it. And the other guy that was now standing behind with the kid is like, you heard her already. Why don't you go back to the dog world, you rabble rouser?
That's not very nice.
How loud is this game?
I mean, they're just talking like normal. They're only like 25 feet from him. Huh? Go! Come on! Off you go.
Fine.
Are you leaving?
I just slowly walk away, hood up,
Okay. I mean,
go around the corner.
yeah. I mean, you know that your cloak makes you look all like dark and shifty. You're covering your armor and all your shit. Okay, so you start walking
I just go around the corner.
around the corner, and they're kind of like keeping an eye on you as you walk. Keep going.
Am I going not fast enough? Or should I jog?
They start following you. So what the fuck is up with this guy?
You're very demanding.
Just leave.
If I run, it looks suspicious.
They turn around the corner from where you turn around. Yeah, keep going.
I've got around another corner.
Go check him. You're here. And the lady kind of like goes around the corner. Make a stealth check to see if you can hide without the +10 at this point.
No.
So as you're kind of like walking down in the middle of another alley.
Just standing against the lamppost, like.
Yeah, this man. He's leaving, and the woman kind of like turns around, rejoins, and then they walk in another direction.
I'll just circle back.
Okay.
Idiots.
So you circle back. You're back at the.
What are you doing? We're supposed to be being like discreet, and you're just.
Yes, well, they seen me, didn't they?
Arguing with when you shoot.
Because you're so big. You stole my
No one
space.
can see me.
You stole my space.
Bring it down a level.
Oh,
We're lucky
no
we didn't
one
wake
see
up the
me,
whole
right?
neighborhood.
You're the one that.
Anyway, I did some walking. I got an idea.
All right.
You cleared that troubled mind of yours.
Make a hole
Alright.
by the wall.
For stone, not mud. Actually, is it mud or stone?
No, this is stone, cobblestone.
Yeah, cobblestone.
Everywhere.
Snow covered cobblestone.
Yeah, it's like paths and stuff.
Rubbish plan. Never mind.
Do you want to go for another walk? Maybe it'll help you clear your troubled mind.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Right. New
I'll
plan.
knock.
See if you don't. No, see if you can unlock it. Because even if you knock, then it's better that we can barge in. I don't have to break a door down. Last time I nearly killed
So
someone.
you just want to search the place?
Send
Right.
my thieves' tools just to the door. Just try and unlock it.
Okay. Make a big check.
That's gonna be 26.
26. Yeah. You go. Very easy. Lock. It doesn't appear to be hard at all.
Yeah, done.
Right. We'll wait here. You climb up. You give us a signal in the head, and we go in.
Alright, make sure you stay here. If you move to hide from guards, I'm not going to be able to find you.
Yeah. Be careful though, because you won't have my my magic doesn't reach you that far.
That's fine, that should be alright. Aaron, I'm going to climb up to the top of the chimney. And then, reach in my bag, pull out the grappling hook again. We can hook this in and rappel down the chimney.
Should we take a quick break before we start this?
Yes. Sure thing.
Yeah.
We can take a break now. I'm looking at my
Let's do it there.
Google Maps. Okay.
Any wise words before yeah,
I'm not a bard anymore.
Okay, we'll be back here soon enough. Hey, Kath. I hope you're having fun in Chult.
Oh yeah.
Bye.